Hello everyone, I am Deep Patel from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today we are going to start one important chapter of the basic mechanical engineering, and the name of chapter is refrigeration and air conditioning. You all know we are using refrigerator and air conditioner in our daily life. So this is the most important chapter to understand what is the meaning of refrigeration and air conditioning and where it is used. Also we have to understand what is the working of the refrigerator, how the ACs work. Also when we are going to purchase the refrigerator or AC in the market, we said them I need 1 ton AC or 2 ton AC. Now what is the meaning of this ton? Also in the refrigerator there is a one term, that is the COP, through which we can understand the performance of the refrigerator. So what is the meaning of this COP, what is the meaning of this ton, how refrigerator is working or how AC is working, that all we are going to understand in this chapter. Okay, so this is the most important chapter as an engineer. Okay, so first of all we are starting basic definitions. Okay, so first of all, what is the meaning of refrigeration? Okay, so first of all, the refrigeration means it is the method of reducing the temperature of the system below the surrounding temperature and maintains it at the lower temperature continuously by extracting heat from it. Now what is the meaning of this? Okay, so let us take one example to understand it. If we take example of our refrigerator or freezer, what happens in it? In the refrigerator, we put some vegetables for cooling. Okay, and if we maintain the temperature of the refrigerator as 3 degrees Celsius, but the surrounding is at 25 degrees Celsius, so how this 3 degrees Celsius is maintained inside the refrigerator? Because the refrigerator is continuously abstracting heat from the body of the refrigerator and it will reject it to the atmosphere. This heat rejection process is continuous. Okay, so we can say that refrigeration is the method of reducing the temperature below the surrounding and maintains it by continuously rejecting heat to the atmosphere. Okay, so this is the simple definition of the refrigeration. Now second is the refrigerant. So to create refrigeration we need one medium which extract the heat. So that medium is the refrigerant. So what is the function of refrigerant? Refrigerant is the heat carrying medium which absorbs the heat from the space and reject that heat to the outside atmosphere. Okay. Next is the refrigerator. So the machine in which we are going to create refrigeration or in which the refrigerant is recirculated, that machine is known as the refrigerator. Okay, so we can say that the device or the system used to maintain the low temperature below the atmospheric temperature within the required space. Okay, so this is the simple meaning of refrigerator. Okay. Now next term is the coefficient of performance. Now what is the COP? Coefficient of performance is the ratio of refrigerating effect to the work done on the compressor. Okay, so generally the COP is used to compare the performance of the two refrigerating system. Okay, so if the one refrigerating system is having the higher COP and the second is having the lower COP, then with the help of COP we can say that the first refrigerator is good to purchase. Okay, so with the help of COP we can compare the performance of refrigerators. Okay. Next is the properties of good refrigerant. Okay, so the refrigerant we all know it is circulating inside the refrigerator and it will extract the heat from the refrigerator body and reject it to the atmosphere. Now what are the properties of this refrigerant? So the first property is it should have good thermal conductivity. Now we know the what is the meaning of thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity means the ability to heat transfer. So if the refrigerant have good ability to heat transfer, then it can easily transfer the heat from the refrigerating body to the surrounding. Okay. Next is the, it should be non-toxic and non-corrosive. Okay, so we all know that the refrigerant is circulated inside the copper tube. Okay, so first of all, it should be non-corrosive. So we can protect our copper tube. Second is it should be non-toxic. Okay, so if any refrigerant is leakage from the system, then if it is toxic, then it is harmful to our environment or to our human body. So we can say that it should be non-toxic and it should be non-corrosive. Next is the, it should have the low saturation pressure. Okay. Fourth, it should have high COP. So from the definition of COP, we can also understand that the refrigerant should have high COP. Okay. And it should have low specific volume. So if the specific volume of the refrigerant is low, then we can reduce the size of compressor. Okay. Now sixth is the, it should be economical in initial and maintenance cost. So the maintenance cost also should be lower. Okay. Now our next and very important topic is the VCRS, vapor compression refrigeration system. Okay, so practically this system is useful in all the domestic refrigerators and all the air conditioner. Okay, so first of all, let us understand what is the meaning of vapor compression refrigeration system and what are the components used in this vapor compression refrigeration system. So let us start with the components. So the first component is the compressor. Now what is the function of compressor? Compressor is used to compress the refrigerant from the low pressure to the high pressure, and we know from our third chapter, properties of gas, when we compress any gas, its pressure and temperature both will be rise and volume will be decrease. Okay, so the function of compressor is to compress the refrigerant from low pressure to the high pressure, from low temperature to the high temperature. Okay, so this is the function of compressor. Now our second component is the condenser. Now what happens in the condenser? High temperature, high pressure vapor refrigerant is enters into the condenser after compressor. Okay, so what happens in the condenser? Condenser will rejecting the heat from the refrigerant to the atmosphere. So that what happens? The high temperature, high pressure vapor refrigerant will convert into the high pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant. Okay, so here you can understand that pressure is same, that is the high pressure, but temperature is slightly decreased, and also here the phase changes occurs. Before going to the condenser, the refrigerant was in the vapor phase. After going out from the condenser, it is converted into the liquid phase. Okay, so here two things is happen. Temperature is slightly decreased, and second, the refrigerant is converted from the vapor to the liquid. Okay, now our third component. Third component is the expansion device. Now in the expansion device, what happens? The high pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant will convert into the low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant. Okay. So simple meaning of the expansion device or expansion valve is that it is used to reduce the pressure of the liquid refrigerant. Okay, so it is known as the expansion device. Sometimes it is also known as the throttling device, or it is also known as the capillary tube. Okay, so we can say that in the expansion device, the pressure of the liquid refrigerant is reduced. Okay, so it is converted from the high pressure liquid refrigerant to the low pressure liquid refrigerant. Okay, now during this what happens? In the expansion device, the enthalpy of the liquid refrigerant will remains constant. Okay, so here you have to understand this. In the condenser, the pressure was remains constant. In the expansion device, the enthalpy will remains constant. Now this low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant will enters into the evaporator. Now what happens in the evaporator? Evaporator is simple our freezer. Okay, so what happens in the evaporator? In the evaporator, the liquid refrigerant will gain the heat from the refrigerating body. Okay, so in the refrigerator we put some vegetables or we put some liquid to cool down. So in the evaporator it will gain the heat from this vegetable and the liquid. So ultimately what happens? The liquid refrigerant will convert into the vapor refrigerant because it is receiving the heat from the refrigerator. Okay, so in the evaporator what happens? The liquid refrigerant will convert into the vapor refrigerant. Okay, so we can say that low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant will enters into the evaporator. In the evaporator it will gain some heat from the refrigerator body, and then because of this heat it will convert from the liquid phase to the vapor phase. So we can say that it will convert into the low pressure, low temperature vapor refrigerant. Okay, after that again the cycle is repeating. This low pressure, low temperature refrigerant will enters into the compressor. Compressor will compress it. Again it will convert into the high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant. Now this high pressure, high temperature vapor is enters to the condenser. There it will condense, it will reject the heat to the surrounding. Okay, so that the vapor will convert into the liquid. So we can say that high pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant will going out from the condenser. Then this low pressure, this high pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant will enters into the expansion device where its pressure will be reduced but the enthalpy will remains constant. Okay, after that from the expansion device it will going to the evaporator. So at the inlet point of the evaporator there is a low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant where it will gain the heat and again it will convert to the low pressure, low temperature vapor refrigerant. Okay, so this is how vapor compression refrigeration system works. Okay, so here all the description is given. The main component of VCRS is compressor, condenser, expansion valve and the evaporator. Okay, now in the process 1 to 2, low pressure, low temperature vapor refrigerant is enters into the compressor. There it will be compressed to the high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant. Okay, now this compression process is isentropic compression. So here you can say that there will be no heat transfer during the process. Okay. Now second process, process 2 to 3, in the 2 to 3 high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerator is enters into the condenser and again it will condense and then convert into the high pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant. Okay, so this condensation process is done at the constant pressure. Why at constant pressure? Because the diameter of the condenser tube is remains constant. Okay, so if the diameter is not changed then the velocity is not changed, and if the velocity is not changed, so from the continuity equation and from the Bernoulli's equation we can say that the pressure will not change. So ultimately we can say that the condensation process happens at the constant pressure. Okay, then process number 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is the expansion process where we are going to use a throttling device or expansion device or the capillary tube. So in that process the enthalpy will remains constant and the liquid will convert from the high pressure to the low pressure. Okay, and fourth is the process number 4 to 1. So in the process number 4 to 1, the low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant will enters into the evaporator where at constant pressure the liquid will convert into the vapor. Okay, so ultimately we can say that same as in the condenser the diameter of the evaporator tube is remains constant. So we can say that if the diameter is not changing then the area is not changing. Also if the area is not changing then the velocity is not changing, and the velocity is not changing then the pressure will not change according to continuity equation and the Bernoulli's equation. So we can say that during the process 4 to 1 the pressure will remains constant. Okay, so our 4 device in which the compressor, the entropy will remain constant, so we can say that it is the isentropic compression. Second, in the condenser the pressure will remain constant. Third, in the expansion device the enthalpy will remain constant, and fourth, in the evaporator the pressure will remain constant. So these are the four processes and the four components of the vapor compression refrigeration system. Okay, so in this lecture we have discussed some basic definitions of the VC of the refrigerator, and we have also discussed vapor compression refrigeration system. Okay, so this is what all about today's lecture. Thank you for today.